Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Evolve Global 22, the Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and I am so blessed and pleased to have you with me here tonight. Again, I am going to start with an expression of gratitude. I follow all of my analytics on social media, and you all are just amazing. The people who subscribe, like, share, the people who come on and comment, and the people who join the live stream each night. I appreciate you and I express my gratitude to you. Thank you so much for your continued support. And I hope that you find value in every moment that we spend together. As you know, Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio offers home-based wraparound support healing services for adults, children, and families. I do a lot of free videos, and this live stream is free so that you are able to have access to things that will help you starting now. Every live stream generally has practices and rituals that you can put in place right after the show or during the show, and that you can continue. If you go to our website, www.evolveglobal22usa.com, you will see our newsletter, events when we have them, upcoming things. You will see all of our servicing packages. You will see our our shorter sessions, individualized sessions. So much information there for you. Again, all of that is free. Tonight I have a big announcement. Let me put the chat up here for a moment, and I'm going to put it on the screen for a little bit. Big announcement. I am gifting Evolve Global 22's Trinity Touch gift box. And all you have to do is two things. Email me at drdebbie@evolveglobal22usa.com. Say I claim my Trinity Touch gift and I am subscribed to. You need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio, and that you can. My handle there is at Dr. Debbie Bedoui. This, my friends, completely free. I'm gifting it forward to anybody who completes those two steps. In addition, I will send you the 4 newsletters that when they're published. Usually I do 4 a year. I do it about every quarter. There's one coming out toward the end of December. And in the Trinity Touch gift box, you get our 3 signature oil blends, Herbal Heart, Energy Cleanse, and Ayurvedic Balance. You also get a sample of one of our herbal tea blends. I am drinking Inflammease tonight, and there's also Immune You. I might even put in both of those. You get information about our company. You get an affirmation and a sacred prayer, all in the Trinity Touch gift box. It is for you. I am gifting it to anybody who goes and emails me at the email listed in the chat. I will also put this big announcement in the first comment on any of the postings once I'm finished here. And you have to write in the email, I claim my Trinity Touch gift and I subscribed. The step 2 is you subscribe to Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. The handle there is at Dr. Debbie Bedoui. And you will have this gift box sent to you completely free with the 3 oils, a sample of our tea blends, and information about our company, as well as an affirmation and a sacred prayer. So don't miss out. Don't miss out. I told you I am on a mission. I am on a mission to spread generational healing, health, and wellness. And you, my friend, can be a part of that. So now tonight, let's talk about what tonight is about. Always, always, our focus is heal in your divine light, live in your power. Wednesdays are threads of Trinity. And tonight's topic, I'm sorry, this is not Wednesday. Thursday, excuse me, we did that last night. Thursday night is light talk and spirit flow. And tonight, we are going to talk about, let me get my notes up here. We are going to talk about, let's see. Are you missing your messages? How angels, spirit guides, and intuition actually speak to you. Now, let me help you to understand. We, on Thursday nights, when we talk about light talk and spirit flow, we're not talking about a specific religion. Yes, I come from a religious perspective on all that I do. However, when you talk about spirituality, we're not talking about a religious perspective. Anything that I talk about in spirituality is aligned with the 3 Abrahamic religions. And we are not, this is not a discussion about religion. It's a talk about your connection with the one creator and your heart and your spirituality. And once you get all that, then you will be guided in the direction that you should be going in. And so this is not a talk about religion. If people ask me questions about religion, I will answer and we can have a discussion. But Thursday nights are about spirituality and light talk and spirit flow. And it's so important because we have a tendency in modern times to negate this area. And as I always say, you cannot address one area of our being and leave out another or other areas. You will never be aligned and you will never be balanced that way. And that is why many, many people continue to struggle, even though they may have successes here and there, or they may feel okay here and there, but it's not sustainable. So get your Trinity Touch gift box by emailing me and claiming it and subscribing to my YouTube channel. On that note, let's get let's start like we always start. And I'm going to get rid of the chat on the screen because it distracts me. We are going to start how we always start because we all have busy days. We all are doing many things usually, and we have just our stuff. So we need to release it and let it go so that we can be in this sacred space and blessed moment together. So how do we do that? Simple breath work that is good for so many things. It's good for relieving anxiety, stress, uh, chronic pain. It's good for oxygen to the brain, focus, clarity. So let's do this tonight together. As always, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we put the hand move it to push everything away. All those, all the debris, all the conversations, all of the things that stress us. Just breathe in through the nose, blow it out and push it all away. In through the nose, blow it out and push it all away. Last one, in through the nose, blow it out and push it all away. And then, my friends, as always, we do the heart connection. The heart connection, this is the seat of God. This is the place that is the highest, holds the highest frequencies of energies of unconditional love, empathy, all of those higher frequency energetic levels. And this is a place that's sacred and safe. It's the place that we need to keep clean, and we need to connect with ourselves, with the one creator of all that is, and the universe as a whole. And how do we do that? We put our hand over our heart, and in our mind, we say to ourselves, I am connecting with me. So let's do this together. And it's a very quiet moment. So I am connecting with me. So now we are in this moment together. Let's get started with our topic tonight. One that is so important and one that we as human beings in modern times tend to miss. Are you missing your messages? How angels and spirit guides and intuition actually speak to you. Again, peace and light to all my beautiful friends here in this live stream on my YouTube channel, Facebook, uh, uh, TikTok, and Instagram. I welcome every single one of you. This tonight, Thursday night, Light Talk and Spirit Flow Thursdays, where we explore the unseen world, the subtle realms, and the messages that guide us when we're open enough to receive. Tonight's topic is one so many of us feel deeply but rarely talk about, because we fear that somebody's going to say, oh, they're crazy. Oh, that's silly. Oh, whatever. We're going to be judged. Well, in our space here, in our sacred space at Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio, there is no judgment. This is a safe space. Now, honestly, here's the truth. You are being guided more than you know. You are being supported more than you realize. And you are being spoken to every single day by your intuition, your soul, your energy, and yes, by divine helpers. So the question is not, am I being guided? The question is, am I paying attention? Tonight, we're going to chat about the subtle signs of guidance, the sensations, the synchronicities, the dreams, the repeated numbers, the energy shifts that show up when spirit is speaking. And then we'll explore 3 powerful ways to strengthen your intuition through EG22's power of 3. So first, how does intuition and spirit guidance actually work? Let's first make something clear. Intuition is not loud. Guidance is not dramatic. Your angels are not shouting. Intuition is a whisper, a nudge, a knowing, a quiet pull in a direction. We miss our messages because we expect guidance to feel big and obvious, but most of the time it feels like a feather brushing your awareness. There are 5 subtle signs of guidance. Now let's talk about this slowly and let's go through each one. Number 1, the first subtle sign of guidance. Remember, your body is a spiritual antenna. You feel guidance before you think it. Look for chills, warmth, tingles, sudden calm, expansion in the chest, a drop of clarity. Your body speaks truth faster than your mind. The second subtle sign of guidance, synchronicities. These are divine winks, alignment markers, so to speak, a repeated message from different people, hearing the same phrase 3 times in one day, seeing symbols or patterns that match what you're praying or thinking about. Synchronicities say you are on the right track. The third subtle sign of guidance, dreams. Dreams are the unconscious mind and spiritual mind working together. Guides communicate through symbols, scenarios, guidance in metaphor, energetic visitations, emotional messages. Your soul speaks while the mind sleeps. Then, number 4, a fourth subtle sign of guidance, repeated numbers. Suddenly you see ones everywhere, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and more. Numbers are coded communication. Each sequence carries frequency, meaning, and reassurance. And then, my friends, number 5 of the subtle signs of guidance, energy shifts. You may feel sudden peace, an urge to pause, urge to move, urge to call someone, clarity, discomfort in the wrong direction, alignment in the right one. Energy speaks in nudges, not explanations. So here's a personal story or two that I would like to share with you. So along my journey, because this is a development, when I say we evolve, when we work together, when we work on ourselves and we work on our intuition and we work on being awake and paying attention, things start happening. So there was a season where I kept seeing the number 4 everywhere, receipts, checks, clocks, random signs. At first, meant nothing to me, but every time I saw it, something softened, a warmth in my chest. Eventually, I realized it was no coincidence. It was reassurance. It was protection. It was guidance. I followed those nudges and they led me exactly where I needed to be. This is how spirit works. It's steady, soft, and subtle. Another thing that happens all the time to me and to many people, but many people ignore it. You suddenly have an overwhelming feeling and thought that you should reach out to somebody. This could be somebody you haven't spoken to in a very, very long time. But suddenly you're just moved to reach out to them. You don't know why. You haven't thought about it really that much. And it hasn't come to your mind in the recent past. But you decide you're being pulled. There's a pull to reach out to somebody. That is guidance. That is guidance. Another example that happens all the time to me, you get into a situation and suddenly a word is like in your head, is kind of screaming at you. This is stronger. This is a stronger one. And you're speaking to a person or a group of people, and that word just won't go away. There's something you're supposed to be saying or something you're supposed to be tuned into. Most people, again, ignore it or push it out and say, focus, focus. This is a trick of from our own selves to ignore the guidance and messages that we get. So, are you missing your messages? Most people miss their guidance because they expect it to be loud. They second guess their own intuition. They ignore their body's signals. They talk themselves out of what they feel. They dismiss synchronicities as coincidence. There are no coincidences. None. There are no coincidences. Everything has a meaning and a purpose. But intuition is your first language. You were born knowing how to hear it. So let's talk about ways we can strengthen our intuition. And everything we do is aligned with the power of 3. So number 1, energy medicine, the center line awareness. The center line awareness is one way to strengthen your intuition. This strengthens your intuitive channel. So how do you do it? You sit tall. So if you're sitting in a chair like I am right now, you want to sit tall, take a slow breath. So it would be just a slow breath. Okay. Imagine a line of light running from your head to your heart to your belly. A line of light running from your head to your heart to your belly. You whisper, I return to my center. Hold stillness for 10 to 20 seconds. When you're centered, intuition becomes louder. So let's try this. So we're sitting tall. We take a slow breath. And we're going to imagine a line of light running from our head to our heart to our belly. And as we imagine this line of light moving from our head to our heart to our belly, you whisper, I return to my center. I return to my center. I return to my center. You hold the stillness for 10 to 20 seconds. And when you're centered, remember, intuition becomes louder. So this is one of 3 ways that I'm giving you tonight to strengthen your intuition. Number 2 in Ayurveda, clearing mental static. Intuition cannot break through noise. Intuition cannot break through noise. So Ayurvedic clarity rituals. Here are a few. Sip warm ginger or tulsi tea. Eat warm, grounding meals. Reduce screens before intuitive moments. Calm the breath for 30 seconds before asking for guidance. When the mind quiets, the inner voice rises. So you can sip warm ginger or tulsi tea, eat warm, grounding meals, reduce screens before intuitive moments, calm the breath for 30 seconds before asking for guidance. Number 3, in herbal medicine, plant allies for intuition. These plants amplify subtle awareness. So these are herbal supporters of intuition. Mugwort is good for dream clarity. Lavender is good for intuitive calm. Holy basil or tulsi is good for spiritual clarity. Rose is good for heart intuition. Use them as a tea, essential oils, diffusers, or like something you would set around you. You can set them in things so you get the scent. Now, let's do a mini practice. So on top of what I just gave you, let's do a mini practice. It's called the 3-field awareness scan. The 3-field awareness scan. Tonight, we're going to do something very different, something subtle and powerful. It's called the 3-field awareness scan. This helps your sense where guidance is speaking to you, your mind, your heart, and your energy field. So step 1, the mind field for 10 seconds. For 10 seconds, you bring awareness to the space behind your forehead. Notice it warm, tight. Notice, is it warm, tight, quiet, or buzzing? So all you would do is you would sit quietly, bring your awareness to the space behind your forehead. So in your mind's eye, you go to the space behind your forehead and you notice, is it warm, tight, quiet, or buzzing? And you do this for 10 seconds. Mine right now is buzzing because I'm on here talking to you and I need to remember what I'm talking about and I need to follow my notes. So mine is buzzing at the moment. Step 2, the heart field. For 15 seconds, you move that awareness from behind your forehead in your mind's eye and you move it to your chest. How does your heart, your chest feel? Does it feel open? Does it feel tight? Does it feel warm or does it feel soft? So we moved from behind our forehead, move our intention down to our heart and chest space. Does it feel open, tight, warm, or soft? My heart field feels open, warm, and soft because I am here and I am cleared out and I am focused on gifting forward healing, generational healing to you. Number 3, your energy field. This is you should do for 20 or 30 seconds. Now expand your awareness. So you went from your behind your forehead down to your heart. Now expand your awareness to 6 to 12 inches outside of your body. 6 to 12 inches outside of your body. Feel the space around you. Notice shifts in temperature, tingles, or presence. So I'm going to do that. So I moved my awareness from behind my forehead to my heart. And now my awareness is 6 to 12 inches around me. Immediately, and this happens all the time with me, immediately I know Archangel Michael is with me. I know Archangel Gabriel is with me, and I know a mother figure, which is my grandmother's spirit, is with me. So I can sense them because I work at this, and I can sense them surrounding me, surrounding my field. Then after you do those 3, you have scanned your mind field, you've scanned your heart field, you've scanned your energy field. Now you ask the question, where is my guidance speaking to me right now? My mind, heart, or energy. So I'm going to do that. So I move from my heart field. My mind field to my heart field to my energy field, which is 6 to 12 inches outside of me. And I'm going to ask myself with my inner voice, where's my guidance speaking to me right now? And the answer that I have is my guidance is speaking to me through my energy field. You are protected. You are okay. Keep going. And that happens to me often because I am oftentimes, like now, speaking with people, talking with people, and guiding people. So sometimes there's a lot of pressure in that. So then step number 5 is you anchor it. You whisper out loud, I receive. I receive. I receive. And when I said that, my whole body, from my head all the way down to my feet, got very, very warm, like a warm, loving feeling. So, my friends, I gave you a mini practice, the 3-field awareness scan. Try it. And when you try it, put in the comments if you watch this again as a video on my YouTube channel, and tell me what your experience was. So, my closing message to you tonight: you are guided more than you know, supported more than you see, protected more than you realize. Your angels, your guides, your intuition, they are always speaking. Tonight, you remembered how to listen. So now, our closing affirmation. Repeat after me. I am open. I am aware. I am connected. I am guided. And now I want to give you an invitation personally from me as the owner of Evolve Global 22. If you want to deepen your intuition, strengthen your energy field, or heal through wraparound support for adults, children, and families, visit www.evolveglobal22usa.com. Healing happens here, in your home, online, and as online is worldwide. In your home is via online, and in a hybrid model where I come into your home in the Philadelphia and Delaware Valley area. So remember, tonight, work on being awake. Work on listening to your guidance. And remember the big announcement. I'm going to put it up here again. The big announcement for tonight was I am gifting Evolve Global 22's Trinity Touch gift box. Remember this right here, and your 3 oils that come with it, along with samples of Inflamise, our tea blend, and Immune You, also one of our tea blends. And then you get information about our company. You get an affirmation, a sacred prayer. You also get a free consultation. It's all in the gift box. All you have to do is 2 things. 1, email me at drdebbie@evolveglobal22usa.com and say, I claim my Trinity Touch gift box. And 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio. My handle is at Dr. Debbie Bedowy. And add to your email, I claim my Trinity Touch gift, and I subscribed, and I will send it to you. When you give me your email, I will reach out to you and I will ask you for your mailing address so that I can send it. This is my gift to you. I am grateful for all of the support. I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm happy and blessed to be a part of your healing journey. On that note, peace and light to every single one of you. I love you all. Hello, everybody. It is Dr. Debbie, and I am here for you tonight. This is Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. We offer home-based wraparound support and healing for adults, children, and families. We come to you in your home via online worldwide. This is one way we do it. I do this part for free for anybody who wants to come join me and heal in their divine light and live in their power. Coming soon is EG Kids Healing Hub. That is under development. It is coming soon. So stay tuned for that. I am on a mission, and my mission is to promote and guide generational healing. It starts here at Evolve Global 22, at Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. I encourage you to step into your power, make the decision to do that for yourself. Tonight is Wednesday. I hope everybody had a lovely day. It's been a wild one here. Lots of things going on. Just keeping up some days is a little hard, but I have my herbal tea that I drink like water, really. And tonight I'm drinking a blend of strawberry and something, I don't remember the other one. It's one of the yogi teas. I love yogi teas. It's not one of mine that I made, but it's good. So I do use various products as well as create my own. So as always, we want to start with releasing all of the stuff. Anything that happened today, I have stuff to release. My car's in the shop. Just one of those things. Suddenly it needs to be fixed for some reason. So we release all of the emails, all of the debris, all of the stress, anxiety, anything that's bothered you, conversations from today. Let's clear it all out. And we do this in one simple way. I teach clients and friends all sorts of ways, but this is the quickest, easiest, most simple way you can do almost anywhere. So what do? We breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth slowly, and we do the hand motion and push everything out into the universe for it to be destroyed. So let's do that together so that we can be in the moment. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Push it all away. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Push it all away. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and push it all away. And then we do our heart connection. This is something that connects us with the creator of all that is, with ourselves, the universe as a whole. It gets us centered and focused. So what you do is you put your hand on your heart, and with your inner voice, you say to yourself, I am connecting with me. So let's do that, and just take a moment. I am connecting with me. There you go. So we got some oxygen to the brain. We pushed all the debris from today and the past away. We did our heart connection so that we can be in this moment together. And now for our opening mantra, I rise in truth. I breathe in healing. I walk in wholeness. I am perfectly imperfect, and I evolve through love, light, and purpose. And on that note, my friends, it is time to start Wednesday night now. Wednesday nights, as you know, are threads of Trinity. And normally I am crocheting. Now, I had a rough day today. My crocheting is in the bag, or my knitting is in the bag. I'm going to just get right into this tonight. But we are talking about threads of Trinity. I wish peace and light on all of you. Welcome to Threads of Trinity Wednesday, where creativity meets healing, and we explore the deep layers of what it means to be whole. Tonight, we're just going to dive right into the topic that every human being needs, whether we admit it or not. The art of emotional release, how expression heals what you don't have words for. Because let's be honest, there are emotions that are old, too deep, too tangled, too painful, or simply too confusing to explain with language. And when the body can't speak, it stores it. Tonight, we're going to explore how expression through sound, movement, color, writing, or breath becomes a pathway out of stuck emotional energy. Example given, our creativity. And I'll share some personal stories about how expression helped me release emotional weight at different stages of my life. So let's get started. Now, first thing is first, let's get some foundational things. Emotions are energy. And energy that is not expressed becomes compressed. When we don't give our emotions a way out, they stay inside, in our chest, in our belly, in our throat, in the jaw, in the shoulders, in the back. The body becomes the storage unit for the feelings we never learned to release. This is why expression, any form of expression, becomes medicine. There are we're going to discuss 5 pathways of emotional expression. Now, let's take this slowly so that we can get through this and gain a clear foundational understanding. The first pathway is sound, letting the voice say what the heart cannot. We underestimate how powerful sound is. A sigh, a hum, a cry, a whisper, a single spoken word out loud. Sound clears emotional congestion faster than overthinking ever will. This is why music and sound frequencies are so good for healing. Now, let's just try. I'll give you one example. Let's just ha, ha. Now, I don't have a beautiful voice. I don't sing, but just the sound, ha. Feel the chest soften. Ha. Make that sound for yourself. Ha. H-A. Ha. 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 You feel the chest soften. Now, the second pathway is movement. Think of dance. Letting the body release what the mind holds. Sometimes emotions do not respond to talking. They respond to music, to movement. You might shake your hands, roll your shoulders, stretch your spine, or sway side to side. Movement dissolves emotional tensions in ways words cannot. So let me demonstrate something for you. When you feel really tense or anxious, you can gently do a shoulder roll and then shake it out for 5 seconds. So it would be like this. You shake it out and you do that for like 5 seconds. Already I can feel looseness. I can feel tension. I can feel stress that just melted away. Number 3, color. Letting emotion flow through imagery, art. Color is the language of the soul. When you use color in drawing, painting, coloring, shading, you're expressing what you cannot verbalize. If red wants to come out, let it. If blue wants to flow, let it. Color always tells the truth of what's inside. Number 4, writing. Release the weight through your hands. This is not journaling with a structure. It could just be free writing, free journaling, but it's not journaling necessarily with a structure. This is emotional dumping. You write whatever comes, messy, ugly, nonsensical, chaotic, and honest. Writing pulls emotional charge out of the nervous system and puts it onto paper. So you could have a emotional release journal where you just write whatever comes to your mind, whatever comes out. That is a way to journal. It's the traditional idea, or the most common idea to journaling, is to have a structure. This is not that. But nevertheless, writing and journaling this way is emotional dumping. Number 5, breath, the doorway between emotion and release. Breath work is so important here. Breath is the first and last expression of the human body. When you breathe with intention, you're telling your body it is safe to let go. So, for example, hand on our chest. Now we do this in different ways, but this is another way. Hand on your chest and take a long 4-second inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Long 4-second inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now, I want to share with you a personal story. Let me tell you a moment when expression saved me. There was a time when I carried so much emotional weight, so much heaviness, and I didn't even really realize it because I had learned how to function through it. One night I sat down, picked up a pen, and started writing. It was not planned. It was not structured. I wrote until the page was full, then another, then another. And as the ink flowed, I realized I wasn't writing words. I was releasing emotions I had held in my body for years. When I finished, I felt like I could breathe again. Expression heals what silence tries to bury. This is why I do spoken word poetry. I love to do spoken word. It's not structured necessarily like poetry, and it's something that you can just put your words down. Yeah, there is some sort of structure to it, but you put your words down, and it's a way to express what is buried deep inside and tell stories. And I love that. Again, writing is something that can really, really be an emotional release. Now, let's do a short emotional expression release together. So, this is a mini exercise. Take a look. Now, this is going to combine and going to exemplify what the examples I just gave you. So, first, let's take a long exhale with the sound ha, H-A. So, you breathe in. Now, exhale. Ah. Ah, ha. You can feel it leaving. I can feel the emotional release leaving from my chest area. Next, let's remember the shoulder rolls. Remember the shoulder roll I just exemplified? You would go like this. And then shake it out. Shake out those arms, right? Shake it all out. Shake it all out. That way, it's releasing all of that tension, all of that debris, all of that mess of whatever emotionally you have stored, especially here in the chest area. Breath, inhale 4, exhale 6 with your hand on the heart. So inhale 4, and I'm counting to myself. I'm going to count out loud. It's hard to count out loud and inhale at the same time for me. So inhale 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you have your hand over your heart and you inhale, and exhale slowly, again, the release just flows. It's like you're inhaling, it creates a little bit of pressure, and then exhaling, it just flows right out. Then, what I want you to do now, this is an expression prompt. Ask yourself silently, what is one feeling I have not given myself permission to feel? Just let whatever comes. Again, the prompt. Ask yourself silently, what is one feeling I have not given myself permission to feel? And just let whatever comes come. What was that one feeling for you? If you would like, you can put it in the chat. Or if you're listening to this as a video, when the video comes out, you can put it in the comments. Now let's talk a moment about why all of this is healing. When you express your emotions, even through tiny, simple moments, you are doing 3 things. You break the stagnation, you lighten the emotional load, and you signal safety to the nervous system. This is the pathway out of anxiety, heaviness, emotional numbness, heart pressure, or that feeling of being overwhelmed for no reason. Expression opens the doorway to relief, and this is why creativity and being creative and colors, as I spoke about before, colors and art and music, sound, all are exceptional tools for opening the pathway to expression. So tonight I want to give you permission to feel, express, and release without judgment, without shame, without needing the perfect words. Every sound, every moment, every color, every breath, every scribble on the page is a prayer of release. Your emotions deserve motion. Your voice deserves space. Your heart deserves freedom. You deserve peace. I want to say that again. I want to give you, and I want you to give permission to yourself to feel, express, release without judgment, without shame, without needing the perfect words. Every sound, every movement, every color, every breath, every scribble on the page is a prayer of release. Your emotions deserve motion. Your voice deserves space. Your heart deserves freedom. And you deserve peace. Now, let's just for a few seconds, few minutes, because I'm going to go for about a half an hour, unless somebody comes in the chat and perhaps wants to discuss something more deeply. How can I say this? This world and people, us, I'm including myself, it is promoted and we have been conditioned to be very, very judgmental. This is right. This is wrong. This is what you need to do in your life. This is not what you need to do in your life. This is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do. And if you don't listen to all of that, then something is wrong with you. Do you know how often I have told and expressed to parents, stop looking for what is wrong with your children. Look at what is right. Children can't sit still in a classroom. There's a reason. They want to express themselves. They want to be heard. They want attention. They need something. For example, this is a prime example, but what do? We look for what's wrong, and worse, we try to heal it with a pill or with a label. Now, I am not suggesting that there are not cases where children have legitimate diagnoses of something. That's not my point here. My point is, even if your child has a diagnosis of something, still look for what is right. Do you know how many children that are exceptional children and have unique learning needs that I have worked with, observed, comforted, taught, and many of them have abilities that are beyond what we could do, what we could see, what we could say, what we could draw, what we could sing, what we could dance, whatever it is. So I encourage us, and then I'm talking about children, but it's the same for adults. Stop, and it's the same for us to ourselves. Stop looking for what is wrong. look for what is right. And if we turn away from being judgmental on ourselves and on others, expression can flow. And that is a huge point tonight, because creativity nurtures that. Being creative, and even if you don't think you can ever crochet or knit, you don't think you could ever, whatever it is, you don't think you could ever do. I'm not a professional crocheter. I'm not a professional knitter. I'm not a professional spoken word poem writer and presenter. I'm not an artist, that can draw these beautiful pictures and paintings, but I can sit down with crayons, with color, with markers, with paint, whatever it is, and I can put something on a page that means something to me. It releases something in me. And that's the point. We have to find ways and have strategies and have practices where we can express emotions that are buried inside. Because if we leave them there, it's stagnant, dirty debris that's just holding you down, weighing you down, holding you back. So let's just summarize for a moment. Remember, tonight's topic was the art of emotional release, how expression heals what you don't have words for. And we talked about the 5 pathways of emotional expression. Sound. We underestimate the power of sound. Remember, our sound, ha. If you go, ha, you feel release right here, right in the chest. The shoulder rolls and the shaking it out. Movement. We talked about color, letting the emotion flow through imagery. Whatever color comes out, sit down with a piece of paper and have a group of markers, different colors. Let whatever comes out on the page come out on the page. Writing. We're not talking about structured journaling. We're talking about sitting down and just doing an emotional release. Whatever comes to mind, just write it down on the page. Breath. This is why breath work is so important. Remember, we did the hand on the chest, long 4-second inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. These 5 pathways of emotional expression, if we don't think about them, how often are we going to utilize them? Not very often or never. What happens in that case? Stays inside. I told you a personal story where one time I sat down and just started writing whatever came to my head. I had pages by the end. But at the end, I felt relief. I felt a release. Things that I hadn't been able to say for a long, long time, forever, never said. We did our mini exercise, the ha, the breath, the rolling of the shoulders. Rewatch this in video form. Rewatch this and incorporate some of those practices in your day to day. You're going to find that over time, you're going to feel better in some way. And then my closing message was to give yourself permission to feel, express, and release without judgment. Let's do a closing affirmation for tonight. And if you only caught part of this live stream tonight, please go to my YouTube channel and watch it again in full, because every night I try to put practices in what I talk about. And so far, I think I have done it every night, especially in the last 2 weeks. The first week, I was doing a lot of introducing, but in the last 2 weeks, I've really made a conscious effort to try to embed small, simple practices that you can do. So now let's do our closing affirmation for this live stream tonight. I honor what I feel. Say this with me and say it like you mean it. I honor what I feel. I express what needs to be released. I trust my body. I trust my heart. I trust my healing. I am safe to let go. And on that note, my friends, I wish you a wonderful night ahead. I want you to visit www.evolveglobal22usa.com. You can see a list of all of our service packages, our micro service, our micro. I'm sorry, I just went blank. I hate when that happens when I'm live. Go there, you'll see what I mean. But there's other things besides the servicing packages. There's stuff for individuals, stuff for services for families, just a host of resources. The resources are building. I am getting ready to publish my second newsletter. I do about 4 a year. There's just a lot of stuff there. The YouTube channel, everything on the YouTube channel is free. Go there and peruse. Go there and use what I provide free to help you. You can reach out to me anytime. My contact information, email, phone number you can SMS me, is out there. So please do that. And I just started on the YouTube as well. I just started YouTube, Evolve Global 22 Light Studio TV. It runs 24. It runs 24/7. So you can see all the different videos. You can sit down and just watch the videos. And I stream certain ones together, and sometimes I just do it random. So I offer a lot of my resources for free on my website. If you want to support if my work is of value to you, if you want to support my work, please, there's a gift of gratitude. You can buy me a cup of coffee. There's ways that you can support me. I do a lot of work for free for people who can't afford servicing packages. I do a lot of work for free just for people in general, because as I said, I am on a mission. And I'm on a mission to help anybody who needs help. I don't turn anybody away. So if you need anything, if you want to support me, go to www.evolveglobal22usa.com. Buy me a cup of coffee. There's a link there. You can do that. You can, there's a gift of gratitude. You can do that. It's up to you. It's a way for you to say thank you. And I appreciate the time you spend with me. I appreciate everything that you do in support of me, being here, commenting, subscribing, liking, and sharing. I'm also on Facebook. I have a lot of followers there. So thank you, everybody. And on that note, peace, love, blessings, and light on you. May you enter into your healing journey, and may you get what you are looking for. Good night. Stay safe. I love you all.
Take you on a ride.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22, Evolve into Wholeness. This is Evolve 22's Healing Light Studio, where we come to you every weeknight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about healing, health, and wellness. And I support you in your journey. So as you know, if you have been, by the way, new intro tonight, changed a little things around. Evolve Global is evolving just like we as individuals are evolving. It is amazing what happens when you enter a journey and you keep walking into the light. I have had so many inquiries in the past 2 weeks regarding adults servicing families, children, and we at Evolve Global 22 are now shifting a little bit to make it more clear that we offer support and wraparound services for generational healing. I've worked with hundreds of families and children and adults over the years in various capacities. I've worked with another hundreds of children, families, and adults regarding healing, health, and wellness. And it is just coming together. And I first and foremost want to express my gratitude for all of my supporters, all of my clients. I learn as much from them as they do from me. So amazing things are happening. Check out our website, www.evolveglobal22usa.com. Everything is updated there. Everything is clarified there. And you can see our mission, our vision. This is a global movement. I am on a mission to help all people in various stages of their lives to achieve optimal healing, health, and wellness, and transform and build to the greatest optimal potential and live the best, absolutely best, exceptional lives possible. So this live stream that comes to you every weeknight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays, we talk about mindful moments and micro learning. We are now working through and exploring the book, The Science of the Sacred, Bridging Global Indigenous Medicine Systems and Modern Scientific Principles. I do this because knowledge is power. And I know that so many people don't have time to go out and read book after book after book. So we break it down and we talk about it here. Tuesdays tonight is Healing in Real Life. So let's talk about what we have coming tonight. Tonight, I'll get my notes. First, peace and light to all of you. Peace and light, blessings, love to all of you. Welcome to EG22's Healing Light Studio, where healing isn't complicated, it's aligned. Tonight, we are diving into something that affects every single one of us, whether we are adults, children, families of 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever it may be. 5 invisible stressors keeping us exhausted, even when we think we are fine. We touched on this a little bit last week, and we're going in big time this week. And stick around to the end, or to throughout this live stream, because I have for you, for each of the 5 that we're going to discuss, we also have 5 quick resets that you could start doing tomorrow. I'm going to teach you how to do those. But before we get started on our topic tonight, let's take a few moments. Let's release all of the stuff from today, last week, the last few moments, all the conversations, negativity, anxiety, stress, to-do lists, emails, everything that we have been running after all day long. Let's just do our breath work, the simple thing that you can start doing and you should start doing right away is a breath inhale through your nose, slowly exhale through your mouth. And when you exhale, you push it away, push everything out into the universe for it to be destroyed. So let's do this. In through the nose, out through the mouth, push everything away. In through the nose, out through the mouth, push everything away. One more time. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and push everything away. Now let's put our hand over our heart. Let's do our heart connection. This is where we connect with the creator of all that is, ourselves. The heart is the seat of God. The heart is the seat of our creator. This is where we connect with the one creator of all that is. We connect with ourselves, the universe, and everything, so that we can be settled, connected, cleared, and at peace. So what I want you to do is put your hand over your heart, and when your inner voice, I connect with my heart. Let's take a moment. I connect with my heart. Just keep your breath slow and steady. Very good. Now, our topic for tonight, let's get right into it. As I said, we are talking about the 5 invisible stressors keeping you exhausted, even when you think you're fine. Now, these are not big dramatic stressors. These are the quiet drains, the subtle leaks, the energetic frictions that slowly wear down your mind, body, soul, emotions, spirit. And when you understand these 5 stressors and how to interrupt them, your energy changes, your clarity shifts, and your whole system starts to come back into balance. Tonight, I'm going to give you a full breakdown of each stressor, plus brand new powerful resets you can do in under 60 to 90 seconds. So let's begin. The first one, and we talked about this a little bit last week, and you're going to hear me say this over and over again. This is a big one that's a huge issue to our body, mind, soul, and spirit, and every aspect of our being. Silent inflammation. This is the hidden physical stress most people miss. It's not the high fever kind. It's the slow burning kind that builds quietly. Bloating, gut imbalance, tightness in the abdomen, sugar crashes, headaches, internal heat, brain fog, and weight around your midsection. It drains your energy all day because your body is constantly trying to cool itself, regulate itself, and heal itself. So now that you know the first one, number 1, let's talk about a new reset that you can do. It's called cooling breath and gut reset press. Why this works. So this is the cooling breath plus gut reset press. Why this works. Cooling breath lowers internal heat and reduces inflammatory tension. The gut press releases stuck fascia, trapped air, and digestive tightness. Together, they shift the body into parasympathetic rest plus digest mode. So how do we do it? Now let's take this slowly. First of all, the cooling breath. And there's different ways to do this, but how I do this is you purse the lips, which means your teeth are closed, your teeth are clenched, not clenched hard, but closed. And you purse your lips like this, and you leave a little hole like you're going to whistle, like you're going to breathe through it. So if you breathe in, you're going to hear like a little whistle. Now, when you purse your lips, you inhale through that cool tunnel. You're creating a cool tunnel with your mouth. You do it slowly and deeply, and then you exhale through the nose, and then you repeat that 5 to 7 times. So let's try this. Close your teeth, Clench your teeth a little bit. Don't clench them, but close them. Purse your lips like this. Leave a little bit of space so a breath you can inhale. And you're going to inhale and you're going to hear kind of like the whistle or the sound. Slow and deep. Let's do this together one time. And when you exhale through the nose. Let's do that again. So it's purse your lips, your teeth are closed, and together. You inhale through your mouth, through that tunnel, slow and deep, and your belly should come out, and you exhale through the nose. Let's do this again. So purse your lips, close your teeth, purse your lips. Now inhale. We're going to inhale through that tunnel that you created with your mouth. Exhale through the nose. You do the deepest breath you can possibly take. One more time, just so I can demonstrate it for you. Close your teeth, purse your lips, leave a little bit of an opening, and you're going to inhale through that little tunnel, slow and deep, and exhale through your nose. Are you ready? Now, when you do this, you should repeat it 5 to 7 times. And this breath cools internal heat, slows inflammation, and calms digestion. Now, the gut reset press. So what you do is you place your palm on your lower belly. You press inward with your palm and slightly upward. Take a slow breath in. Breathe out into your hand. Hold the pressure for a moment. Release. And you would repeat this 3 to 5 times. So we're going to place our hand on our belly. Gently push inward and slightly upward. Take a slow breath in. Hold it. You feel the pressure. Now, when you breathe out, you're breathing out into your hand. You should feel it in your hand. You repeat that 3 to 5 times. Let's try that again. Hand on your belly. Push inward and slightly upward. Take a slow breath in. Hold the pressure. Release. And make sure you're releasing into your hand. This clears stagnation and restores digestive flow. It's also sometimes easier to do that when you're standing up. You can try it when you're standing up first, or do it when you're sitting down. Now, the second silent, invisible stressor is emotional residue. These are the emotions that are never processed. Emotions like hurt, grief, guilt, anger, resentment, fear, and disappointment. Now, just because we don't talk about it doesn't mean your nervous system isn't holding it. This is why people feel heavy, sensitive, irritable, or stuck, even when nothing big happened. Are you ready for the reset for this one? This is called the heart drum release. Why this works. Tapping vibrates emotional stagnation out of the fascia. It opens the chest, heart, center, and lungs. It calms the vagus nerve and increases emotional circulation. So let's do this together. So you want to make soft, loose fists with your hands. Don't make them really tight, just loose, soft, loose fists. And I'm going to do this with one hand. You want to tap gently in a circle from your collarbone around your upper chest, your heart area. So it goes collarbone, heart area. You want to do your ribs, your sternum, and back to your collarbone. So it's a circle. And we're going to tap in a rhythm along with sort of like the heartbeat, right? And as we do this, we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale with a sigh. So let's try this together. Loose fist. And I'm inhaling at the same time through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. With a sigh. I'm sorry, I didn't do the sigh yet, but inhale through the nose. So it's a circle. You start with your collarbone, go to the heart, in a circle, go down into your ribs, the sternum. Okay, so this is the pattern, and you want to do it in a kind of like a tap in a rhythm. So let's get the tap first. I'm having trouble following my notes and doing this. So let's do this. And don't worry if you miss a spot or you don't know if you're doing it right. Just remember the collarbone, the heart, the ribs, the sternum, and back to the collarbone. Okay, so you're doing a big circle and you're getting this whole area. So let's get the tap first in a rhythm. I'm going along with sort of like the heartbeat. Ready? It's easier actually probably to do it with two hands, okay? So you can go like this. When you get to this side, that works better. I do it different ways, so. Okay, now don't hurt yourself. This should be light, gentle taps. And now remember, when we do that, we in through the nose, we inhale through the nose, and we exhale with a sigh. So let's add that. Ready? Get those ribs. Get the sternum. Okay, do you have the idea? So this breaks up emotional residue and opens up space for clarity. Okay, try it. Number 3, overstimulation. Your brain was not built for endless notifications, scrolling, background noise, bright screens, constant multitasking, or visually busy spaces. We live in an overstimulated world. This is so important for kids, but the nervous system never evolved for the level of input that we experience. That's why people feel overwhelmed and without knowing why. You ready for the reset for this one? Why this works. This is called a second sensory detox. So why this works. Covers the ears, reduces sensory load. Humming, you're going to understand this once I tell you how we're going to do it. Vibrates the skull, calms the brain. Vibration activates the vagus nerve and brings the body into regulation. Now, how you do the second sensory detox. You close your eyes. I'm going to leave my eyes open so that I can see and speak to you. You would close your eyes. You lightly place your fingers over your ears like this. Don't push, just place them gently over your ears. And then you hum a long, steady M sound. Like that, okay? And you feel the vibration move through your jaw, your face, and your skull. Continue that for 60 to 90 seconds. Then you open your eyes and take a slow inhale and exhale. So let's try this. Now you would hold it for you would do that for 60 to 90 seconds, and you can repeat it as much as you want. Let me demonstrate it one more time. So you lightly put your hands over your ears, no pressure. You hum a long, steady sound. Feel the vibration through your jaw, face, and skull. Continue it for 60 or 90 seconds. Open your eyes and take a slow inhale and exhale. So I'm going to do it one more time to demonstrate. This detoxes the brain from sensory overload almost instantly. I feel lighter. I feel lighter in my whole upper body. You ready for number 4, the next silent stressor? Decision fatigue. Decision fatigue happens when your brain reaches its limit. You decide all day what to eat, what to respond to, what to prioritize, what to ignore, how to problem solve, what your children need, work demands, family needs. By noon, your mental battery is fried. So let's talk about my mind unload matrix. So why this works? It's visual sorting calms the brain, categorization clears mental clutter, and prioritization, I can't say that tonight. Prioritization, there we go, prioritization, it's been a long day, reduces overwhelm instantly. How to do it. So get a piece of paper and you draw a big plus sign on the piece of paper. So you're going to have 4 quadrants, right? You label them. Quadrant 1, must do. Quadrant 2, should do. Quadrant 3, want to do. Quadrant 4, let go. Fill in 3 to 5 items in each box. Circle 1 task to actually do today. This stops decision overload and gives your brain release. So again, you take a piece of paper and you're going to draw a big plus sign. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants. You're going to label them. One quadrant is must do. The next one is should do. The third one is want to do. The fourth one is let go. You're going to fill in 3 to 5 items in each of the quadrants, each of the boxes. Circle 1 task to actually do today. This stops decision overload and gives your brain release. Are you ready for the 5th and last stressor? Spiritual disconnection. I've talked about this one a lot. This is the exhaustion no supplement or nap can fix. This is when you're unaligned, disconnected from purpose, ignoring intuition, spiritually drained, out of your emotional truth, feeling unrooted. When the soul disconnects, everything feels heavier. So now the reset for this one, soul recall breath. Why this works. When you put your hand to the heart, you reconnect with your emotional truth. When you put your hand to your forehead, it reconnects intuition and clarity. Breath calls back scattered energy. Affirmation re-anchors the spirit. So let's talk about how to do this. So we put one hand on the heart and one hand on the forehead. We inhale slowly through the nose. Then when we exhale, we whisper, I call my spirit home. Are you ready? Inhale through the nose. And on your exhale, I call my spirit home. Inhale through the nose. On the exhale, I call my spirit home. Inhale and inhale deeply. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, I call my spirit home. You repeat that for 6 or 7 breaths. Feel the energy returning to your center. This brings back your energy from everywhere it scattered today. My friends, tonight's live stream is a very short one, about a half an hour. Sometimes I do a half an hour, sometimes we do an hour. My closing message is this. You are not exhausted because you're weak. You are exhausted because your system is working overtime in ways you cannot see. These invisible stressors, inflammation, emotional residue, overstimulation, decision fatigue, and spiritual disconnection drain even the strongest of people. But now you have resets for each one of those. You have tools, you have clarity, and with alignment, you can take your energy and your power back. Now for the affirmation that goes along with tonight's live stream. I call my energy back. I release what drains me. I return to my light. I am healing. I am whole. I am guided. And when you say an affirmation, say it like you mean it. Believe it. Say it like you mean it. I call my energy back. I release what drains me. I return to my light. I am healing. I am whole. I am guided. And with that, my friends, we are going to call it a night. I hope that you found this live stream tonight topic beneficial for you. I think it would be beneficial for everybody. I hope that you take the resets for each of our 5 stressors, each of our 5 silent, invisible stressors, and start doing those tomorrow. Don't worry about doing them perfectly. Just start. And as you practice and as you do them, listen to this video and take one at a time and just practice, and you will be fine. You will be able to do it very, very well over time. It's not about being perfect. It's about starting, and then you strive to get better and better at the practices that you learn. It's very hard for me sometimes when I come on and I have to explain each of these and demonstrate them, because when I do them, I just do them naturally. And sometimes maybe I don't, I miss a part, I miss a point, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you still get the benefit. And when you correct it, when you keep working at it, you just get better and better at what you do. So it happens to all of us. It happens to every single one of us. With that, I send you all the love, peace, blessings, and I wish you the very best for the rest of your evening, the rest of your night, the rest of your day, and the rest of this week. Bye-bye, y'all. Take care.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday evening. It's Dr. Debbie with Evolve into Wholeness, Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Heal in your divine light, live in your power. Whew, it's been a cold day here in PA, and we have snow coming in a lot of places in our area. But we are here, and let's start right away with our opening mantra. Rise in light. I rise in truth. I breathe in healing. I walk in wholeness. I am perfectly imperfect, and I evolve through love, light, and purpose. And then we want to release all the debris and stuff from today or from the past, anything that's bothered us, anxiety, stress, emails, to-do lists, the hustle and bustle of everyday life. So let's do our breath work, our quick little breath work. This is something you can do every day, anytime you want. It's so good for stress relief, for releasing all the junk we accumulate throughout a day. And it gets oxygen to that brain and helps in your thinking, focus. And so let's get right into it. It's in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very simple. And we do the hand motion with the exhale. So we push it all out into the universe and to let it be destroyed. So let's go in through the nose, deep breath, and your belly should pop out. Push it all away. In through the nose. Let it all go. In through the nose. Push it all away. There we go. Now we are in the moment, present with purpose. Tonight is Monday. You know what Mondays are, mindful moments and micro learning, where we are exploring the science of the sacred, bridging global indigenous medicine systems and modern scientific principles. The topic tonight is the science of the sacred, chapter 3. The 3 ways we experience reality. We dive into chapter 3's exploration of how humans perceive truth through the physical senses, the mind's interpretations, and the spirit's deeper wisdom. We connect aligning these layers to Evolve Global 22's power of 3, which is energy medicine, Ayurveda medicine, and herbal medicine. And this helps us to understand ourselves, our own healing from a whole new dimension. Now, welcome. Good evening again, all of you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome back after a weekend. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And we are going to explore this. Before we begin chapter 3, I would like to do a quick, hold on, I jumped ahead of myself here. Okay, let's go. I would like to review the introduction and chapters 1 and 2, just quickly, just so we can be reminded. So the review of the introduction, remember, ancient wisdom meets modern science. Redverse shows us that the indigenous healing systems from around the world have always been grounded in observation, relationship, ecology, energy, land, spirit, and story. Modern science, microbiome, research, epigenetics, physicians, circadian biology, stress biology is finally validating what indigenous healers always knew. Some key takeaways or introduction lessons were: healing equals alignment, not symptom control. Health exists in relationship to land, spirit, community, meaning, and self. And indigenous systems represent the whole person, and predates modern medicine by thousands of years. In chapter 1, entitled The Natural Physicist, indigenous healers were natural physicists, masters of observing seasons, cycles, vibration, movement, energy, sun, moon, and water cycles. Modern biophysics and quantum biology align perfectly with indigenous healing concepts based on resonance, balance, and frequency. Some key lessons from chapter 1 were everything is energy, everything vibrates, healing depends on rhythm and flow, and balance is natural law. Now, a quick review of chapter 2, the natural genesis. Chapter 2 shows that indigenous communities deeply understood heredity, lineage, trauma, resilience, and intergenerational knowledge long before the field of genetics or epigenetics existed. Ceremony, diet, story, behavior, and emotion passed down both strength and trauma. Some key lessons in chapter 2. Genes respond to the environment, emotion, behavior, and belief. Trauma and resilience echo through generations. Healing yourself heals what comes after you. Lineage wisdom is real, scientific, and spiritual. So let's just pause for a moment and just breathe a minute. These first 2 chapters prepare us for something deeper, understanding ourselves as whole ecosystems. So tonight, my friends, is chapter 3, the natural biochemist. And chapter 3 opens with a profound quote that sets the tone for the entire chapter. And that quote is, "The knowledge of anything, since all things have causes, therefore in medicine we ought to know the causes of sickness and health." And that was by Avicenna, the Prince of Physicians. This reminds us that healing is not random. It has causes and pathways. Now, I want to take a moment and read aloud a simplified version because some of this book gets a little sciencey, and I just want us not to sit here like we're in a college class, but to just have a conversation and stick around to the end because I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do, 3 practices that you can do that will help you. And we're going to do it live right here. So, indigenous people were natural biochemists long before biochemistry existed. They learned how food, plants, water, air, and emotions changed the body. They noticed what helped people heal and what made them sick. They used teas, roots, berries, sweat lodges, fasting, and ceremonies to support the body's chemistry. Modern science now proves what they already understood. Our bodies are chemical ecosystems. Everything we eat, breathe, feel, or think shapes how we experience life. Let's say that again. Let it sink in. Everything we eat, breathe, feel, or think shapes how we experience life. Chapter 3, folks, reveals something powerful. The way we experience reality is biochemical, emotional, mental, environmental, and spiritual all at once. So here's the breakdown. Indigenous healers were natural biochemists. They observed how plants, foods, minerals, seasons, and emotions affected the body. Number 2, plants contain powerful chemical messengers. Teas, resins, roots, berries, poultices, every plant holds compounds that influence inflammation, stress, mood, digestion, immunity, and sleep. Number 3, remember, this is another important breakdown. Food is chemistry. Indigenous diets aligned with the seasons and the land, balancing hormones, immunity, and digestion. Number 4, emotions change chemistry. Stress raises cortisol, grief lowers immunity, joy elevates neurotransmitters, and peace stabilizes heart rhythm. The last important point that I want to, the last important breakdown I want to bring out is environment matters. Clean air, water, soil equals balanced chemistry. Pollutants equal chemical stress. Chapter 3 teaches us this. Healing happens when these systems work together, not separately. Now, let's talk about for a moment the 3 ways we experience reality. We experience reality in 3 ways. 1, through physical senses. 2, through the mind's interpretations. And 3, through the spirit's deeper wisdom. Let's break those 3 down. First, the 3 senses: body chemistry, sight, smell, touch, taste, sound, all depend on biochemical signaling. Now let's talk about number 2, through the mind, interpretation. The mind creates stories from past experiences, from beliefs, from trauma, from hope, from culture, from fear or clarity. The mind filters reality. Now, number 3, let's get this down. Through the spirit or knowing. Spirit perceives truth through alignment, intuition, resonance, inner knowing, energetic clarity. Spirit sees the big picture. When these 3 align, clarity, healing, and wholeness. So spirit sees the big picture when these 3 align: clarity, healing, and wholeness. Now let's just reflect a little bit. Think about this. Now, when this live stream is over and it's on my YouTube in the video section, these reflection questions and some of this information will be in the description. The reflection questions are really important. Which of the 3 layers, and you can answer in the chat if you would like to, or comment if if you see this through a video. Which of the 3 layers leads me most often? Senses, mind, or spirit? Think about that. Which of the 3 layers leads me most often? Senses, mind, or spirit? Now, for me, it's somewhere, but it's hard for me to choose one. I would say if it was quickly spontaneous, probably the mind and senses. Spirit takes more reflection for me and a little bit more time in a quiet, calmer space. How is it for you? Number 2, think about this reflection question. Where do I mistrust or misunderstand my own perceptions? Where do I mistrust or misunderstand my own perceptions? Sometimes I think we're all human, so it's likely very similar for all of us. I think sometimes we misunderstand our heart, how we feel about something, and then it changes it impacts our perception, either positively or negatively. It could be either way. Sometimes maybe we mistrust our intuition, that gut feeling, that feeling of knowing, but you ignore it. I think those two, I would say, are the most common ones I see in just human beings and that we all struggle with. Number 3, the third reflection question. What emotions change how I interpret reality? What emotions change how I interpret reality? For me, if I am angry, it changes a lot. If I am emotionally distraught, very, very upset about something, meaning emotionally, not necessarily angry, but sad, hurt, it changes how I interpret reality in that moment. That's why I have trained myself, actually, I trained myself. I don't get angry. And if something is that upsetting to me to make me emotionally distraught, in both of those cases, I exit the situation so that I can not have any kind of interaction or say anything or do anything in the moment. So, how is it for you? Number 4, the fourth reflection question. When do I feel my intuition the strongest? When do I feel my intuition the strongest? My intuition is the strongest very, very, very early in the morning when I first get up. How about you? And number 5, what would life feel like if all 3 layers aligned? What would life feel like if all the 3 layers that we talked about aligned? Now, when you ponder upon these reflection questions, let answers rise naturally. I just off the top of my head gave you some examples, some answers, based on my own experience and my work with others. Let yours arise naturally. Journal about it. Journaling is a wonderful thing. We're going to get into that one day. Now let's connect your healing system with Evolve Global's power of 3. Remember the power of 3? What are they? Energy medicine, Ayurveda medicine, and herbal medicine. So let's make a connection between Evolve Global 22's power of 3 to these 3 layers of human perception. So the human reality layer, let's talk about the first one, physical senses, chemistry. So in herbal medicine, plants can shift chemistry. Plants that shift chemistry, or plants shift chemistry, either way you want to look at it. Let's talk about the physical senses in chemistry. The mind and interpretation. The mind and interpretation. Ayurveda medicine, mental patterns plus lifestyle. That's the connection. Let's talk about spirit and deeper wisdom. Energy medicine is your biofield and intuition. So the connections between physical senses, chemistry, is herbal medicine, plants that shift chemistry. Mind interpretation connects with Ayurveda, for example, mental patterns plus lifestyle. And spirit and deeper wisdom connects with energy medicine, our biofield, and intuition. This is the deeper meaning behind the power of 3. It aligns how you feel, how you think, and how you know. This is whole person healing. So now let's talk about my little treat I'm going to do to you I'm going to demonstrate for you tonight. We are going to do, the first one is called Herbal Aroma Activation, activation of the senses. The purpose of this demonstration, of this practice, is to shift the body chemistry instantly through the power of scent. Now, how do I do this? I'm going to put my notes down. I have a bottle of lavender essential oil. I use essential oils. They're plant-based, and they chemically react with the body and do a lot of great things for your cell and all sorts of things in your body. So what you're going to do, if you can get lavender, or if you have any essential oil, lavender is a nice one. Don't go and get essential oil from Walmart. Get a quality essential oil. This is what I do. I do this on a daily basis. So with lavender, for example, I'm going to put a little bit in my hand. So I just put a little, and I'm going to rub my hands together. I do this breathing exercise, and I'm going to do it with my glasses on, but normally I wouldn't. But because I'm here and I need to see my notes and see you, I need to have my glasses on. But what I do is I put my hand, I put the oil in my hand, rub them together. Then I cup my hands. I put my hands over my nose and my mouth. And you know our 3 breaths? I take a deep breath in, hold it for 4 seconds. I'm sorry, I inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, and then I exhale for 6 seconds. And then I repeat that as many times as I want. 3 to 5 cycles is minimum, but I do it as many times as I want. So it looks like this. And my mouth is closed when I inhale. And when I exhale, I take my hands off of my mouth and my nose so that I can exhale out. Okay, so it looks like this. So again, to review, I put the essential oil that I'm going to use. Tonight I'm using lavender. I put a little bit in my hand, drop or 2, rub my hands together. I inhale through the nose. So I cup my hands over my nose, inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 2, exhale for 6, and I repeat that cycle a minimum of 3 to 5 times. Now, let me say something about this. I'm going to tell you why it works, but before I say something, because I don't want you to take something like peppermint and just do a huge inhale. If you're going to inhale peppermint, which is good for headaches, migraines, stress relief, all of that, but especially headaches, because I used to have migraines and I used to use peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is very strong. The first time you use peppermint oil, you're probably going to cough. And if you take a deep breath, you're not going to be able to finish the breath because it's very, very strong. So go light at first. But let me tell you why this works. Aromatic molecules enter the brain's limbic system, the emotional center. The limbic system is the emotional center. And so the stress chemistry drops, calm, clarity, and emotional regulation increase, thought patterns shift, intuition strengthens as the nervous system quiets. Now, lavender is a great one to do this one with because it does exactly what that just said. And when I work with clients and we start getting into herbal remedies, a lot of essential oils and different herbs, there's different ones for certain things. So if you're struggling with a certain chronic illness, certain types of pain, certain symptoms, then there's different herbs and oils to use for different things. Lavender, you can use this anytime, all the time. It's good for so many things, physically, emotionally. It's calming, sleep, relaxation, etc. It's an uplift too, as well, even though it works well for sleep and calming. So the reality layers in your brain from doing this, the reality layers that we talked about, are activated when you do this practice. So the senses get direct stimulation, the mind gains calmer thoughts, and the spirit intuition opens. Now, you ready for the second one, the second demonstration? Now, I have one of my little travel mugs because I wanted this to stay hot while I was doing this live stream. So, digestive fire reset, clarity for the mind. Digestive fire reset, clarity for the mind. So the purpose of this is to stabilize digestion, to stabilize mental interpretation and emotional regulation. So what does that tell us? Digestion and emotional regulation is connected. No wonder children have such a difficult time regulating with the very, very poor diets that most have and the amounts of sugar that their poor little bodies consume. Think about that. But anyways, back to this. So how do we do this? What I have here is I have a tea bag of ginger tea. Now, I mix a lot of my teas, but if I do buy tea, because I get lazy sometimes, I like Yogi. I love Yogi teas. That's my most favorite brand of herbal teas. So this is ginger tea. And what we want to do is, okay, so I'm holding the ginger tea. I'm going to I'm going to use my right hand over my belly. I'm going to take slow belly breaths. So it's like your belly pops out. That's why your hand's on your belly, so you can feel it. And in, out and in. Not fast, but not really, really slow either. It's slow, but not like ultra slow. So you just like a little slower than your regular breathing. So belly breaths. And you want to keep your mouth open for this. It's easier to do for me. That's my opinion. And as you do that, sip the ginger tea, or you can do it with just hot water if you prefer, just as good at the same time. So you're doing the belly breath, so you're not like breathing deep in through your mouth. You're doing like that. Belly breath, and just sip the tea. I'll tell you what I feel in a minute. And you can see my breathing from here, right? So let me show you again. Okay, now you repeat that for 1 or 2 minutes. Why this works. Warm increases digestive blood flow. So the ginger is a warm herb. Hot water obviously is warm, right? Ginger is a herb that activates enzymes in metabolism. So the warmth increases your digestive blood flow, and the ginger activates enzymes and metabolism. The vagus nerve, which is the major nerve of your body, the vagus nerve calms and anxiety reduces. When I did that, I felt the warmth go through my body, and it immediately gave me a sense of calm, despite the fact that I'm here in front of all of you. I just felt immediate warmth and comfort. And then It improves digestion. Ginger improves digestion. Drinking warm or hot water improves digestion, which improved digestion equals clearer thinking. Emotional digestion improves. So when you do this practice, your emotional digestion of things that are coming at you improves. So the reality layers that were activated by this practice, the senses with warmth, the mind with clear thoughts, and the spirit with grounded clarity. Now, the last one I'm going to demonstrate for you is called a palm sweep release. This is clearing for your spirit. So the purpose is we remove heavy emotional or energetic buildup from the field. So how do we do this? So you take your hands. First of all, you want to make sure you're calm, you're present, you're mentally not drifting all over the place. You lift your hands to the top of your head and you sweep down your entire body. And as you sweep down your entire body, you exhale. Okay, so you're just breathing. So you sweep down your entire body. Let's do it again. And we're letting our hands release stress downward. Now you can do this standing. I'm doing this seated because I'm here with you. Top of your head. Take a breath. Sweep your hands down over your body, releasing and exhaling as you go down. And you want to do it kind of slowly. Just let it go. Just let it sweep all down, releasing everything. You repeat that. Do that when you're stressed. It's phenomenal. Repeat that 3 to 7 times. Why does this work? Try it when you're stressed. It's amazing. Why does this work? It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It lowers cortisol, clears emotional stagnation, restores energetic alignment, and opens intuitive channels. What reality layers of ours are activated? The senses. There's a physical relief. When you put movement to something and touch, and you're breathing out, and you're sending your energy, you're sending that stress energy out, down, out. Mind, stress reduces. Spirit, increased intuition and clarity. When you get rid of all that junk, your stress level goes down, your intuition rises, and your clarity becomes better. So let's do a little closing summary. Tonight, we connected indigenous biochemistry, human perception, modern science, and your evolved global 22 power of 3. We explored 3 ways we experience reality through the senses, the mind, and the spirit, and learned how aligning these can shift our healing from one-dimensional to multidimensional. This, my friends, is the essence of healing. This is the essence of wholeness. And to be quite honest, I haven't heard anybody say that in that way anywhere. It's said in different ways, in different places, components of it, but I have not found anybody who put this together in this way. So let's say this again so we make sure we got it. We explored 3 ways we experience reality through the senses, the mind, and the spirit. And we learned how aligning these can shift our healing from one-dimensional to multidimensional. This is the essence of healing. This is the essence of wholeness. And then, of course, we learned 3 practices. We learned The herbal aroma activation, I did it with lavender. We learned the digestive fire reset. I did it with a cup of ginger tea. You can do it just with hot water, just as good. And then we learned the palm sweep release clearing for the spirit. Now, I highly recommend that after listening tonight, you go back and listen to this again. And you can and look at those practices, look at the rationale, look at what we learned, the rationale behind it, and look at these practices. Incorporate one of these practices tomorrow or the next day. And you know what the great thing is you can't do it wrong. It just gets better and better and better as you practice. So now I have a final affirmation I want to leave with you tonight. Now you can connect with me anytime. Go to my website, www.evolveglobal22usa.com. My contact information is there and all over social media. You can reach out to me via SMS, email, any way you like, in a video, comment on YouTube. However you want to reach out to me to connect, you can connect. We can talk about and I can answer questions. I will help you as much as I can. But our closing final affirmation, hand on the heart. We didn't do our heart connection tonight either. I always forget one when I go. I always forget something when I get excited about a topic. Repeat after me. My senses are clear. My mind is centered. My spirit is aligned. Truth flows through me from every direction. I walk in wholeness, clarity, and healing. I am complete. I am whole. I am light. And on that note, that was chapter 3 of our book, The Science of the Sacred. I leave you with this tonight. The affirmation, you can use that affirmation anytime. Just come back to the video, look at the description. I'll have everything in there for you. So you all take care. I wish you the best, most peaceful week ahead. I wish you to be blessed endlessly with divine light. And I will see you tomorrow night right here on our live stream YouTube TV at 8 p.m. EST. Peace and light. Many, 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 many blessings and much love to you. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for being here with me in this moment.